Hey Odooers, and welcome back. My name is Jose Ignacio. By now, you've seen how the manufacturing app helps us plan the perfect bill of materials and draft manufacturing orders. But at Stealthywood, we know that the real magic doesn't happen behind a desk. It happens where the sawdust flies, on the shop floor. That's where the shop floor app comes in. Think of it as an operator's command center. It's built for tablets, not keyboards and mice, and it's designed to keep our team focused on the craft rather than the paperwork. With a few taps, our operators can track their time, follow visual instructions, and log quality checks in real time. Today, we're going to show you how we've traded our clipboards for tablets to streamline production. So let's head into our workshop and get started.
At Stealthywood, our workshop has 4 stations. We're just setting up these tablets to be permanently mounted at our workstations on the shop floor. This way, our equipment operators can just walk up to a workstation, log in, and tap start on their work orders at that station. So let's set up our first tablet. So here we are on our main Odoo dashboard. Now, first up, we're going to want to open up our shop floor application. So go ahead and do that. And immediately, the first thing we need to do is activate our work centers for this tablet. When we do this, we're telling Odoo that this tablet can help us manage our work at the work centers that we choose. So let's tap the Activate Your Work Centers button down below. And we're setting up our first assembly bay. So let's select Assembly Bay 1, and then you're going to want to tap Confirm. Perfect. So if we want to restrict access to other Odoo apps from this tablet, we can install the Shop Floor app by tapping on the hamburger icon in the top right corner and then selecting Install App. When we do this, we're taken to another screen where from here we can install a Chrome application, and then the tablet can use this to access Shop Floor. Okay, so that's all we need to do to set this tablet up for work with our work center. Let's take a moment to learn more about the views available in the shop floor to make a manufacturing order. So we're starting on the overview, which shows every order that's ready to start. If a component is missing or the order isn't confirmed, it won't show up in the shop floor overview, keeping the view clutter-free. So next to the overview tab that we have up in the top left is My WO, which filters out the list down to just the tasks assigned to me, my work orders for my non-acronym lovers. So you'll also see dedicated tabs for our specific work centers, like Assembly 1. If we ever need to jump into a different station, we just tap the Add button right here, and that updates the view. So finally, the operator panel over here on the left-hand side is where the team checks in. We're already logged in up at the top, but let's bring in Anita Blade, Matt Finish, and Tim Burr. And we're going to do that via the bottom over here at the Edit Operators button. So I said we're bringing in Anita Blade. Then we're also bringing in Matt Finish. Where are you, Matt? We're going to find everyone. Matt Finish, and then finally Tim Burr. Done. Boom. Just like that. Now, a simple tap on a name, like Matt's name over here, highlights their active status and pulls their specific tasks into my work order. You can see that immediately when I deselect it. Now, speaking of Matt, let's follow him as he kicks off a new table assembly. So first, Matt's going to open my work orders over here up at the top and see exactly what's assigned to him. Looks like he needs to start working on a table. First, let's tap Start right here immediately. So this starts the timer to track time spent on this work order. Notice how Matt's work center shows up in the operator list along with its own nice little timer. That's pretty handy. All right, we're good to go. Let's get started with the instructions. So the first step is to generate a serial number for the table. Let's tap on the plus right there. And here we go. We can get started. So this nice little icon began our setup, and all we have to do is tap the Generate Serial button right there. Boom. And a serial number is generated for us, and great. Now let's validate that number so that we can move on to the next step. All right, next up, we need a picture of the serial number. So let's tap our nice little camera icon right there up at the top. And it so happens that I happen to have done this earlier. All right, there might be a bit of a pause here. Always remember that. I'm looking for my nice little picture, and there we go. The picture was uploaded. Very nice. Now, we're going to choose the exact tabletop that we're using to manufacture this table. So I'm going to tap on our plus icon moving forward with this one. Give that a second to load. All right, it's a big list. So we're looking for TT02. Oh, actually, would you look at that? It's right there. Boom, moving forward. All right, so we actually have the right screwdriver. So for this one, we only have to tap our nice little check mark. And remember, every time you see this nice little kind of icon hovering over things, it happens to be where your fingers would be on this tablet view. All right, so up next, we have a quality check. These usually have instructions associated with them, so let's tap our eye icon right there, just so I can take a look at this. Huh, interesting, I see. We need to check the fastenings. Looks like they're in a good condition, so we're going to close out our nice little worksheet in the top right with an X. And we're going to tap our nice little green check mark. I also love that it has colors that code some of these things, so it's passed. Great. I think you get how to do this from here, so let's speed through the rest of these instructions. All right, that was hard work. Our table is assembled and ready for the next step. So Matt goes on and types in mark as done. And this manufacturing order is off to the next step. Okay, so Tim is actually up next. He's going to apply some finish to the table. So his work order will look a lot like Matt's. He needs to apply the finish and then make sure it's free of drips. You know how this should work, so let's see how Anita closes out production on this table. All right, Anita has wheeled this table over to the drying room to let it dry. In the drying room, she just needs to tap the start button right here to start the drying process for this table. Boom. We've already started this and it should dry and cure over the course of about 24 hours. So we possess the power of time travel. So it's already the next day. All she has to do is tap the close production button right here, and then that's it. We're done, Odooers. And just like that, Anita closes the production, and our table is officially out of the drying room and ready to ship. It's a pretty seamless process. Instead of Matt, Tim, and Anita all having to fill out a stack of paper forms, at the end of the shift, they track their entire process with just a few taps. The office gets the inventory updates and labor costs that they need, and our shop floor team stays focused on actually building things without the logistical clutter. That's how we keep things moving here at Stealthy Wood. No messy clipboards, no lost serial numbers, just a clean flow from the first cut to the final finish. Thanks for following along as we set up our workshop. I'm going to see you in the next one.